What's going on, everybody? Chase with iDub Hockey, here to review the new CCM JetSpeed FT4 ice hockey skates. Now, these are elite level models, ideal for that player that's looking for maximum mobility as well as overall speed, as this combines elements of both ribcore as well as super tax, and we see that a lot in the boot. Overall fit profile, though, since it is a part of CCM's 3-fit system, you can get this in a low, medium, and high volume fit profile. And as far as the specs go, we got a lot of great stuff to cover today, starting out with the new step steel runners, one of the most preferred options in the NHL today. That's just because of how consistent and how durable this material is, which is a high-grade steel. It has a nice polished finish to it. This also comes with a 10-foot stock profile. But if you're looking to have these custom profiled and or sharpened before they arrive, make sure you use our service at checkout. These sit in the Speedblade XS holder that has a mechanical dial system that allows you to swap out your runners in seconds. Now you can see there's no outsole here because we have the CCM JetSpeed Rocket Frame Speed Composite one-piece boot. That's a whole lot to say at one time, but most importantly, this boot's going to make you faster. The material itself is very lightweight, stiff, rigid, so it's going to give you that explosive energy transfer through each stride. Now, the one-piece boot technology is really what elevates that to the next level. If you haven't looked into the one-piece boot, there's 3 key factors that this does. 2-piece boots have an outsole that requires glue and nails to hold it to the boot. Dropping all that, and it has a much more direct feel between your foot and the ice, so you feel a lot more connected out there. Without those materials, you're also helping to reduce the weight. And lastly, since this entire boot wraps around the bottom of your foot, it's giving you a much more anatomically correct fit, especially when you go ahead and throw these in the oven for that custom fit. So huge upgrade here and great to see. Now, with that extra stiff boot, courtesy of the Rocket Frame Composite, they went ahead and included these oversized ankle pads. So with that extra stiffness, can cause some high ankle irritation. So if you're playing in tournaments or a handful of times a week, this is going to help save you, keep you nice and comfortable out there. We have a low profile facing system, looks very sleek, modern, helps to reduce weight here as well. Even if it is a little bit minute, we have their new asymmetrical toe cap, which has reduced internal volume inside of the boot, inside of the toe box here. So for you as the player, again, you're going to feel a lot more connected since your toes won't be swimming around, feeling loose inside of the toe box. So really cool to see there. We do have a traditional tendon guard. Does have a little bit more give than what we see in the other price points, allowing you to get that full stride extension. We have the asymmetrical XS Tritech felt tongue. I really like how much forward flex it offers. Has that traditional white felt 2-piece design, gives you a nice anatomical fit. The injected foams through the center can do a good job of protecting you from any type of impacts that might be happening during the game. And it is a part of the CCM's XS tongue system. So that means that these are replaceable for aftermarket options that either reduce weight, improve your overall protection level, or allow you to micro adjust the overall fit profile by removing or adding any extra volume inside of the boot. Now, as we get into the liner, this is a very pro style total dry liner, very comfortable to the touch. I do like how it has a little bit more of a gritty texture. So as you're sweating, like someone who sweats a lot at the end of the game, it's going to help to keep your feet locked into place, especially with those extra plush, oversized ADPT ankle pads in there. They have that memory foam-like feel, so right out of the box, they feel incredible. But make sure you go ahead and bake these and get that custom personalized fit. Now, lastly, for weight, in the senior size 9, this is 921 grams, but if you're looking for more information, go ahead and hit the link in the description. Give us a thumbs up on the video. While you're there, make sure you're subscribed to the #1 hockey gear review channel on YouTube. See you next time. What's going on, everybody? Chase with iDub Hockey, here to review the new Bauer Vapor 3X Pro skates that are designed for elite level hockey players looking for maximum value. This is available in their new 3-fit system in intermediate and senior skate sizes. In the juniors, this is available in D and EE. Lastly, this replaces the previous 2X skate. Again, right out of the gate, big upgrades with their Tuke LS Pulse SS stainless steel. This is high-grade material, extra overall height, which gives you better sharpening life, more custom profiling options, and a more aggressive angle of attack. and has a 10-foot radius out of the box. But if you're looking for custom profiling options, or if you are just looking to have these sharpened before they arrive, make sure you use that service at checkout. We have the TOOC LS Edge holder that has a quick release trigger system, allows you to swap out your steel in seconds. We have the upgraded Pro TPU outsole, so a bit more stiff and rigid than what we find in the lower price points. This results in better energy transfer, so a bit more power through each stride. We have a plastic midsole that also works with the really big upgraded 3D lasted curved composite boot. We've heard of curve for quite some time. There's a lot of reasons for that. It's very lightweight, incredibly stiff, really big jump in stiffness from what we saw in the 3X, and very thermoformable. So all these working together. Make sure you go ahead and mold these so you can get that custom fit to reduce break-in time as well as to improve the overall fit profile. We have the asymmetrical toe cap that helps to reduce negative space inside of the toe.
Thanks for joining us at the warehouse. My name's Tyson, and today we're going over how to pick the right skate. Now, it can be a little overwhelming when you're looking at all the different skates on our site. You may think, which skate's the best skate, but really there's no best skate on the market. There's only best skates for individual players. What might be the best skate for me is going to be different than what might be the best skate for you. So first thing you want to do when you go to select a skate is you want to know your own foot type. You want to know the size, your width, as well as your arch. If you don't have access to a way to actually measure your foot, you can base it off shoes that you may already have. One thing to note is if you're looking at a running shoe, that might be a little bit bigger, as well as skate shoes. Sometimes they run a little bit wider and a little bit bigger. So it's always best to try to base it off a dress shoe size or a sneaker. So for me, for example, I'm kind of in between a 9.5 and a 10 on shoes, depending on which brand it is. So my dress shoe, for example, though, is a 9.5, so that's what I'm going to base my skate selection off of. The next thing you want to do, after you have that, you also kind of want to keep in mind as far as do you have a wider foot, do you have a narrow foot, do you have a high arch, or do you have a low arch? Because this is going to help you later on when we look at the different manufacturers as far as defining which manufacturer might be best for your foot type. The next thing you want to think about is the different skates, they actually come in different widths. So basically, the standard width is going to be a D skate. From that, you can go with, there's both the C, which is going to be narrower, and then moving up from that, there's an R, which can be kind of considered as a D plus size, where it's a little bit wider than the D, but it's not quite as wide as the next one, which is going to be E and then double E. So we're going C, D, R, E, and then double E. And basically, a lot of people will be calling in and they'll kind of wonder, well, what's the difference between a D and an E in size? And there's no real answer for every single manufacturer, but a kind of rule of thumb or generic thing to think about is about 0.2 of an inch between those different sizes. All right, so the next thing we're going to take a look at is we're going to break down the different manufacturers and the characteristics or the general characteristics of each of those skates. So first thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to go over the forefoot of the skate. That's going to be this front portion, how wide that fits, as well as the volume, how much you have in this portion, and then the heel pocket, which is how tightly or how loosely the heel pocket fits. And then we're going to talk about the overall stance of the skate. And that's going to be how much of a position does it put your body in? Is it putting you in that aggressive position, or are you skating more upright? So the first skate we're going to look at is the Vapor. This is one of the most popular skates on the market, and it has a really popular fit to it. Starting at the front, we're going to go with a medium forefoot. It has a medium to low volume. It has a medium heel pocket, and it has an aggressive stance, meaning that it's going to put you in a little more of a forward lean position. Following that guy, we're going to take a look at the Bauer Supreme skate. Now, this skate has a little bit wider features than the Vapor. First, starting at the top, or on the forefoot, we have a medium to wide forefoot. We have a medium to high volume, a medium to wide heel pocket, and a traditional stance, meaning that this skate's going to be a little more of an upright position compared to the Vapor series. After that guy, we're going to take a look at the Reebok line, or the RBK. Now, the RBK has a medium to wide forefoot, a medium to high volume, a medium to wide heel pocket, and a traditional stance. And also another thing to note while we're looking at the Reeboks is the Reeboks actually have a pump feature on most of their higher end skates, as you can see right here. This actually has 2 air bladders on each side that allows you, as pumping up, to take some of that volume out of the heel to customize it to your foot a little more. Next one from that is we're going to take a look at the CCM. Now, if you're familiar with some of the older CCM models like the DAX, they actually started sizing them a little bit narrower than how wide the old CCM DAX used to be. According to CCM, they're using more of a V-shaped design, and basically what that is in the forefoot is you have a wide forefoot, then you have a medium to high volume, and then a medium heel pocket. And then also, like most of their skates, it does also have a traditional fit to it. Following that guy, we have the Easton line. And now the Easton has a medium forefoot, it has a medium volume to it, or as Easton's calling it, an ideal fit, and then it has a narrow heel pocket on it. Also, this skate is featuring a traditional stance to it. So you're, like, once again, pretty vertical in the initial stance when you put on these guys. Another thing to note is on the skates as far as sizing goes. Now, most skates don't use your typical shoe sizing. You actually are going to be moving a size and a half down on the other manufacturers that we talked about. So that's going to be Bauer, CCM, Reebok. You're all going to take a size and a half down from your regular shoe size. Easton's, however, is just going to be a half size down. So going back to the example of my shoe size, like I said, dress shoe, 9.5. So when I'm looking at Bauer, Reebok, or CCM skates, I'm going to be going to an 8. And for these guys, I'd be looking at about a 9. All right, so the next thing we're going to look at when picking out the right skate is where do you want to be in the line. All the manufacturers have their entry-level skates all the way up to the advanced pro-level skates. Now, just because it's an advanced pro-level skate does not mean that that's going to be the best skate for you. Basically, you want to match your level of play, how frequently you're skating, and the size of the skater, or how big you are. Basically, kind of looking at the difference between the lines, other than a few different materials used, the biggest difference when looking at an entry-level skate versus an advanced or pro-level skate is the stiffness of the quarter panels. So pulling 2 of the CCMs up, this is one of the more entry-level skates in the CCM line, and you can see it has a lot more give to the quarter panels to it. It doesn't have as quite so much support as when you move up to one of their higher-end ones, which in this quarter panel region, it's a lot stiffer, and it's going to give more support. So when you look at a player, you're going to see, okay, he's a fairly larger player, he's skating quite a bit, and he's a pretty advanced player. That's going to signify that he's going to need an advanced or pro-level skate. If you're brand new to the sport, and you're pretty average size, and you're skating maybe once a week, going with more an entry-level or rec skate is really going to perform better for you and help you get the most out of your skate. If you're getting a skate that's too stiff for you, you might run the risk of never breaking it in and never getting the quite fit that you want. You're going to be in a little less comfort to it, which is going to make you not want to get on the ice as much. All right, so that was a quick look at how to pick the right skate for you. To do a quick summary of it, what we went through is first, we looked at your shoe size and your foot type. So once again,
what performance out of it that you could, and you're going to get some pretty bad blisters. And if it's too small, you're going to feel a lot of discomfort in that toe box as well as the forefoot. So now before we even put the skate on, we got a couple things we want to check out first. First and foremost, if you wear a skate sock, make sure you have one on like I do today. And if you go barefoot, make sure you fit your skate barefoot as well. Now I like to take the footbed out of the skate and just put my foot over it to get a good idea if this is close to the right size. My heel's all the way in the back, and you can see how I'm going to have a nice snug fit all the way around. I'll even tuck in the bumpers so you can get a little bit better look, but you can see my toes are right near the end. So let's go ahead and throw on the skate. I always like to make sure it's really well loosened all the way down, especially the first time, so then you can just slide it in nice and easy without putting too much wear and tear on the internal padding. You can see it just pops right in there. And right away, I could already kind of feel my toes brushing at the end of the toe box here. It's a good indication we got the right size for me. And then I like to kick on the heel a little bit just to make sure you're all the way into the back here and you lace it up properly. So let's get started. And I always, especially on a new pair of skates, you want to start all the way low because they're usually pretty loose down here. And you don't want to crank too much on your first pass. We're trying to figure out if this is the right fit for you. So you just don't want to crank it that first time. Get everything squared away first, and then on that second pass, we'll go through and really put some pressure on it. Now when we go through on the second time, you want to be really consistent with how hard you're pulling on everything. Just give it a consistent pull. That's how you're going to tell if this is the right fit. So as I pull nice, hard, and snug, watch the eyelets start to wrap over. You really want that, and it's very key. So you can see how they're starting to wrap over top of my foot, and it's feeling really good right now. You can see they're starting to pull over, and these skates get pretty stiff at the top, so the tops aren't going to roll over that much, but you can see that this is a really nice fit. And one other thing to keep in mind too, as you're going up, especially on that second pass, is if you're feeling a lot of pressure in that toe box to mid forefoot and you're getting a lot of pressure, it's probably because the boot is too narrow and your foot is too wide. Boots come in 3 different sizes or a handful of different widths